When we write the names of Category 1 compounds, there are two simple rules to follow. First, we need to write the name of each element in order, just like we find them on the periodic table. Make sure you write the metal first and the nonmetal second. Then we need to make a small change to the nonmetal's name. We need to take a few letters off the end and change it to IDE. This is chemists' way of saying that it's not an element by itself anymore. Now it's in a compound bonded to a metal, so it needs an "ide" ending. Let's see these steps in action. Here's an example of a simple Category 1 compound, LiBr. Step 1 tells us to write the names of the metal and the nonmetal, so that gives us lithium for Li and bromine for Br. Step 2 tells us to change the ending of the nonmetal. That's bromine here to IDE, so bromine becomes bromide. That means our final answer here is lithium bromide. The correct chemical name of LiBr is lithium bromide. All right, here's one more example just to make sure we're clear. Let's look at BaF2. Step 1. The names of the two elements here are barium and fluorine. Step 2. The nonmetal fluorine becomes fluoride. So the correct chemical name of this compound is barium fluoride. So there are two examples of Category 1 compounds where we are given the formulas and we need to write the correct chemical names. Let's talk about all of this IDE business. Sometimes it can be difficult to get the hang of how to change these names from their normal element names on the periodic table to their IDE names in chemical compounds. Here's a list of the most common nonmetals we'll be working with and what their individual IDE names look like. Notice that each one is a little different. Once you practice with these elements a few times, the IDE names will come more easily to you, but it might be helpful to check out a few of the names first. The most common nonmetals will be nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, and phosphorus. These change to nitride, oxide, sulfide, and phosphide. There are some less common nonmetal names at the bottom of this list, but these elements' IDE names are a little stranger. Don't be thrown off by weird names like carbide, silicide, selenide, and arsenide. They still follow the same basic rule. Drop the last few letters and change them to IDE. The last element in this list deserves some special attention. Hydrogen. Wait a minute. Didn't we color hydrogen blue? Why is it listed here with all of these red elements? Well, I guess there's a little bit of complication with hydrogen. Let's get some more details. Hydrogen is a blue element. It behaves like a representative metal, takes on a 1+ charge all the time, and is located in group 1A. But hydrogen isn't a metal. It's a nonmetal. So that means it has to be red. Hydrogen is not a metal, it only likes to act like one. So I guess we can think of hydrogen as being both red and blue. This is the only element in the periodic table like this. Okay, so hydrogen is a crazy element that can be red or blue. How do we know when it's acting blue and when it's acting red? How will we know how to name it? Alright, well, when hydrogen is the first element, it's acting like a metal, so it gets to be blue. When hydrogen shows up as the second element, it's acting like a nonmetal, so it's red. If it's at the end of the formula, it's acting red, and it needs a red name. That means IDE. So hydrogen would become hydride. Again, don't let this weird exception mess you up. Practice will clear up any confusion. Alright, so try these examples. Write the name of each Category 1 compound below based on its chemical formula. Follow the rules and you shouldn't have any problems. Pause the video while you work and then check your answers. Here are the answers. How'd that go? Move on to video number 3 when you're ready.